Hey y'all, welcome to the Crafty Cove. I am so excited about today's video. I am taking part in the Easter Around the World video. Y'all, there are so many amazing crafters in this. I'm going to leave a link to all of them in the description box, but here's just some of the pictures, and I also left a list of all of the creators joining in this, and I am so excited to be a part of this. Thank you to CeeJ for putting this all together. She's amazing, and y'all make sure you check out all of these creators. We're going to get right into the video with DIY number 1. For this first video, I'm taking 2 crates that I had already used in a previous video, and I'm just going to repurpose them. You can see here that I have painted them with a coat of white Waverly chalk paint. Now I'm just going to take some elephant chalk paint from Waverly, and we are going to distress both of these crates. That's the beauty of DIYing. You can reuse products and materials, and it makes it so much easier. So that's one thing I love about DIYing. So we are going to again just distress both of these crates. Next, we are going to glue them both together. Just some simple hot glue. Now on the side that doesn't have floral foam, I'm just going to add some floral foam in there. Of course, y'all know me, I'm the messy crafter, so there's always got to be a mess. After that, I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm going to take 3 of these grapevine hearts from the Dollar Tree that I got around Valentine's Day. I'm taking 3 of them, and I am just going to take them apart just by clipping off the wire and the grapevine at the bottom. 2 of these hearts I'm going to, after I get them taken apart, we are going to straighten them out, and for 2 of them, I'm going to cut right in the middle. So cut in the middle of 1, cut in the middle of 2. That gives us 2 longer pieces. On the second heart, we do the same thing. Cut it in the middle, but then after we cut it in the middle, we cut it in the middle again. Does that make any kind of sense? And on that first one, we are using 2 of the longer pieces. Then we're taking 2 of the shorter pieces, and we are just going to make 2 crosses. So we are just going to glue that on with hot glue on both of those crosses. The next cross we make, we're going to take the full heart, straighten it out, and we're going to cut it down to the size we want. We want it to be taller than the 2 other crosses, but not huge. And then we will take a cross piece on this and glue it also right there. Now we're going to take some twine, and I'm just going to wrap it around all 3 of the crosses right there where they come together in the middle, just to give it a little more stability. Again, we do this on all 3 of the crosses. After that, we are going to, I take some red pip berries that I have, make a little wreath, or as I'm going to call it, a crown. And I am just going to glue that right to our larger cross. Now we're going to take our moss, and we're going to go ahead and fill in all of that floral foam that you can see there. Then I take another piece of floral foam and glue it on the top right in the center of the 2 crates, and fill that also with some of the green moss. Now we take our larger cross and stick it right in the middle piece there. Our 2 smaller crosses, we put 1 on each side. Then we just take some florals from the Dollar Tree pieces, whatever you like, whatever color you choose, and decorate around the bigger cross, and that is it. I love how this turned out. And Easter to me is all about Jesus. So with this depiction, I love where Jesus was surrounded by sinners as he hung on the cross, but he did it for you and I, for each and every one of us. And that is what I take away from Easter each and every year. I am so grateful for the love that he showed for each and every one of us before we even came into existence. And I am so incredibly grateful for his forgiveness. Okay, y'all, let's move right on to DIY number 2. This is my favorite project of this entire video, and I got the idea from Savvy Crafts with Savannah. I'm going to leave her video and her channel linked in the description box. I did change it up a little bit from what she did, but the premise is still pretty much the same. I'm taking an 8x10 canvas, cutting off the canvas, then we're going to paint the entire canvas with white Waverly chalk paint. the fronts, the backs, the insides, all the way around it, everywhere. Next, we take some more of the gray elephant chalk paint, and we're going to distress our frame here. Now we're going to take our canvas that we cut off, and we're not going to use the white side, we're going to use the other side. And this is something that Savannah did, and I loved the look of it. And we take our gray elephant chalk paint and we just distress around that also. Now we're going to glue our canvas back on our frame. I do this in sections so that I can kind of pull it and make it tight as I am gluing. Just a few little sections at a time, and that way again I can make sure that I get that canvas good and tight. Next, I'm going to cut off all of the excess canvas. Now we're going to take 2 of these wood slats from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of like 6 or 8. I'm going to draw a little peak on both of these, and then I'm going to take my box cutter and I'm going to score this, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 times. If you can get that in there deep enough, then you can go ahead and it's just going to pop right off after you get that scored 4, 5, 6 times, whatever. You can see right there, it just pops right off. And I use my scissors and my knife again, and we just get off all of that excess. We're going to do this to both of our wood slats, and we're making these like churches. So I just made those peaks on there, and they're not perfect. They're not perfect peaks, and that's okay. That is the beauty of this project. Again, thank you, Savannah, for this idea. I absolutely love this one. Now, you can see here I paused it. I did go ahead and paint both of these with 1 coat of Waverly White chalk paint. Now we're distressing with the elephant. Now we're going to take one of them, and we're going to score it and cut it down about a quarter of, we cut off about a quarter of the whole piece. We're figuring out where we want it here. I get it in the right place, and now I'm going to stack my smaller church onto my upper church, or onto my bigger church. Then I'm taking a skewer rod from the Dollar Tree and just whitewashing it with white Waverly chalk paint. Now I'm going to cut some pieces off, and I'm going to make 2 different crosses. I'm going to make a bigger cross for the bigger church and a smaller cross for the smaller church. Here I am making the smaller one. Same exact thing, just a little bit of hot glue. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue on the smaller cross, and I just put a little dab of hot glue on the top of that smaller church. Now we're going to go ahead and glue our piece right into the center of our canvas, and we're going to go ahead and add that larger cross to the top of the larger church. Then I just take some different florals. You can use whatever florals you want. I glue them all around the church. I love the simplicity of this project. It is absolutely gorgeous and one of my favorite projects ever. Then I just take some hot glue, run it across the bottom of the frame there, and fill it in with some moss. I do go ahead and put some tumbling tower blocks on the back, just 2 of them, because I want this to stand up on like a table or a shelf. And I do go ahead and make a real messy bow with some scraps of some burlap and lace ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree, just stacking them on top of each other and tying them with twine. You don't necessarily have to do this, and I like it with and without, so eventually I may take that bow off. But look how gorgeous. I absolutely love this. Again, thank you, Savannah, for the idea of this. It is absolutely beautiful. Okay, y'all, don't forget you can find me on Instagram, craftycove_DIY, where I go a little bit more personal in my personal life, and I get a little bit deeper into my crafts, so don't forget to go check me out over there. Also, y'all know me, farmhouse decor on a Dollar Tree budget. That's what I'm all about. If you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you join our family. If you are, I love each and every one of you. Okay, y'all, we're going to move right on to DIY number 3, our final DIY of the day. And to start this, we're going to take 18 Jenga blocks, or tumbling tower blocks, from the Dollar Tree. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6. I'm going to glue 3 together, and I'm going to do this 6 different times. So I'm going to have 6 sections of 3. I don't really know any other way to explain it. Y'all can see here what I am doing. But again, you're going to end up with 6 sets of 3 Jenga blocks. So I'll let you watch me do this real quick. Okay, we've got that done. Now we're going to start gluing those sets of 3 all together. I just butt them right up against each other, use some hot glue, and get them all glued in together. So once we've got them all glued together, you've got a platform of 18. Next, I'm going to take 6 tumbling tower blocks, and we're going to glue 6 of these together, and we're going to do this 4 times. So you will end up with 4 sticks of 6 tumbling tower blocks. Y'all, I hope that makes sense. That's about the only way I can explain it. So once we get, I'm just showing you here, I'm making another stick of these, but again, I make 4 of these. Once we get these 4 done, then we're going to take 2 and glue those together, and then the other 2 sets of 6, glue those together. Then we're going to take 4 more tumbling tower blocks and glue those together. So our bundles of our 2 of the 6, I don't even know how to explain this, the 6 that are glued together twice, we're going to take them, we are going to glue to the sides of our little platform there. Then we're going to take our 4 and we're going to glue those to the top. After we get that finished, we're going to paint this entire piece with white Waverly chalk paint. I think I just do 1 good coat on this because I don't mind the rustic look on this at all. Next, we're going to take one of these hanging, I don't know what to call them, terrariums, orbs, whatever, from the Dollar Tree, and some brown moss. And I'm going to start gluing some moss into this terrarium here, and you just layer it. Put some hot glue down, put some moss down, let it dry a little bit, and then more hot glue, more moss, as much as you want in there. Doesn't really matter, it's totally up to you. Now, I'm not a big Easter eggs person. I know this is Easter, but again, I told you what Easter means to me. But I do love the look of natural eggs. So I'm taking these 2 eggs that I painted, and I'm just gluing those right inside of our terrarium. And then we're just going to take some greenery from the Dollar Tree off some picks that I had, and some little fern leaves, and glue those together. And we're going to stick those down in there also. Once I get that finished, well, okay, there I am sticking the little ferns in there, just however much greenery you want. And then we're going to take a piece of buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar Tree. We're going to put it through the top hole there, and then we are just going to tie it to our little piece. Now, I did go ahead and take 2 of these Easter bunnies off of some garland from the Dollar Tree and glue those to the front. You don't have to do that. I just did it for a little bit of an Easter look, but there it is. So stinking cute. And again, it has that Easter feel, but it's not like just all out Easter to me. Y'all know me, and you know that I am a very muted person when it comes to things like that. So here's our final reveal. I love each and every one of these projects, but more than that, I love the meaning behind them. And I just thank God again for his forgiveness and his mercy, and for the ultimate sacrifice that he made for each and every one of us by going to that cross on Calvary. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out each and every one of the creators. We also have a giveaway going on. And our giveaway, you need to know our secret word. My secret word is Jesus Christ. All you need to do to enter the giveaway is watch each and every one of the videos in this list and comment with that person's secret word on their video. And thank you again to CeeJ. I appreciate the opportunity and for letting me join this challenge. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?